architecture engineering. Today we will speak about architecture theories. What is a theories in architecture and what is the different theories which is using in design and studying architecture engineering. Theory of architecture. نظريات الهندسة المعمارية أو أولى نظريات الهندسة المعمارية. Architecture theory, there is a first theory shaped the whole architecture engineering, which is called functionalism. الوظيفية. The first theory with us it's functionalism. النظرية الأولى الوظيفية. What is the academic definition or academic term of functionalism in architecture engineering? Okay. Actually, functionalism is a theory in architecture which stated that the buildings should be designed based on the function of the building itself, the purpose, the requirement. Here is means the functionalism coming from the perspective of function of the building. In early 900s, functionalism emerged as a need to build better homes or better building for the people in terms of the functions of a space. Actually, the theory strongly disregarded the idea of design decorative and ornamental elements. So the focus of or the main or the focal point of functionalism to go away or to waive all ornamental and the decorative elements and only design the building based on its main function. Okay, form of artistic expression of the architect. Many architects of that time stated that ornament should be only essential component of the building. So the main expression or main understanding for the first theory in architectural engineering, which is functionalism, that we have to design a design building based on function only. And for ornament plus decorative elements should be more function. Ornament should be the essential component of a building if it's required. So this is the meaning academic term of functionalism. But where it comes these functions actually, or what where it comes from the beginning of functionalism. If you go for pharaohs in the old eras, some models or some architecture engineering or some building in pharaohs and Egyptian pharaohs civilization, actually it describes the function in designing of building but without writing we don't find any description about the function, but you can find it in some many terms of pharaoh's building, especially in Imhotep and Khen's temple in Karnak. So what was the first writing books about function as a architecture theory? We have Marcus Vitruvius, which we spoke about last lectures. Actually, he was a Roman architect and engineer and introduced the concept of trade in his treatise as the architectura, which we spoke about it. Means the architectura in Latin means on architectural, where the guy actually he emphasized three essential qualities that well-designed building should embody. As we said last, firmness, utility, and beauty. Okay, and he creates tree, his triangle for each element and focus that there is main three element to design good buildings. Okay, so Vitruvius he was creator or who is the first architect who write about architect in academic term, and he expressed his triangle with three main principle to design good building based on the functionalism theory of architecture engineering. Actually, despite Vitruvius, he was a very famous architect, and he has one famous work actually constructed was Phanom Fountain, only one of his designs. As you see, some Vitruvius Basilica at Fano. This is one of his or main project he designed, despite other many designs. But recently, what we can found from his work is just this Fano Basilica, and this is his book of the Architectura. Later, it's translated to the 10 books of architecture. So for functionalism, actually, as we said, it is focused on three main principles as described by Vitruvius: firmitas, which firmness; utilitas, which utility, which means a function of your building, which you are going to design; venostas, it's the beauty, which is mean good. For function, we full focus from functions that focuses on the functionality and practically of your building. Spaces must be designed to meet the needs of the occupants and their intended purpose effectively. This involves thoughtful planning of layouts, accessibility, and the relationship between different spaces to enhance usability and user experience. So this was actually the main figure or the main aspect of function. So based on Vitruvius, again, we repeat again the famous Vitruvius architect, the main triangle, which is focused on beauty, utilities, and firmities, which is finally well designed building. Okay, based on Vitruvius, his theory about function. After Vitruvius, if we go through history of architectural, we will find the second guy. His name is Carlo Lodlio. Carlo Lodlio from 1690 till 1761. Actually, he was an Italian architectural theorist. He was a theorist mainly. Carlo Lodlio was an important early advocate of functionalism. He is the first person act as an advocate, as a lawyer for the functionalism in architectural engineering, in architecture. Okay, so Carlo Lodlio is the second person who started his career as an architectural theorist, and he focused and he takes a step to be advocate of functionalism in architecture. He emerged or he create a concept based on his description that unite building with reasons and let the function be the representation. Unite building with the reasons and let the function be representation. Actually, the Arabic version of his translation, when we merge the architect with the logic, so it will be the function which instead of your face as the same building you designed. Actually, this is maybe the meaning of what he need to say that time. Carlo Lodli actually spent the years 1739 to 1751 on his office of Padre General Commissioner do Terra Santa in Venice. He recommitted himself to the restoration of pilgrims' hospice attached to the monastery. Actually, this was his own, despite he was advocate about the functionalism, but the guy he has only one design building, which is available here. The third guy, the third person actually important in our theory of function, okay, Mr. Louis Sullivan. Actually, Louis Sullivan, we will are going to make a separate lecture about this person. He was famous of two issues. He is the father of skyscrapers. Louis Sullivan, he's supposed to be who is invented skyscrapers in the modern shape, and also he is famous of father of modernism, of architecture engineering. Louis actually was an American architect, and he has been called, as we mentioned for now, both father of skyscraper and father of modern. He was an influential architect of the Chicago schools, a mentor of Frank Lloyd Wright. This man, his teacher, his mentor. American architect Louis Sullivan coined the phrase form follows function. Now he create a new form after Carl Lodlio. Remember, Carl Lodlio said unite the building. But Louis Sullivan, the third person, he said form follows function, which is a basic rule of architecture, engineering, design by Louis Sullivan. Okay, form follows function. About designing, to explain his philosophy for designing, especially in tall building, as we said, tall building, which he can create skyscrapers. So the main interpretation for the form follows function, that the shape of the building, when you design it, it have to be a reflection of its function. This is one of his main building design in USA, which always, as we said, he creates a form of main theory form follows function. Okay. In 1890, Sullivan was one of the United States, five from the east and five from west. They make a campaign or a group choosing to build a major structure for the White City. Okay, in Chicago, the World's Companion Exposition in Chicago in 1893.